At around 1:30 in the morning, I stumbled across an AI fortune-telling app in the App Store. The reviews were insane. Holy shit, this thing is accurate. It scared me so bad I booked a red-eye home and avoided a disaster. I pissed off a client, asked if my boss would fire me the next day. The app said no, and I really didn't get fired. Creepy as hell. Naturally, I downloaded it right away. In the text box, I typed, "When am I going to get filthy rich?" But my thumb slipped. Instead of asking when I'd get rich, I accidentally typed a question asking when I'd drop dead. I cursed under my breath and was just about to delete it when the AI replied instantly, "Calculation complete. Time of death, 2 m. Cause, mauled to death by a bear. Countdown, 28 minutes, 17 seconds. I stared for half a second, then burst out laughing. What kind of bullshit was that? I lived downtown. The nearest wildlife park was miles and miles away, and I was on the 23rd floor. What, was a bear supposed to take the elevator up? I rolled my eyes. Garbage app, what a waste of time. I was just about to uninstall it when my phone started vibrating so hard it nearly jumped out of my hand. It was my best friend, Jenny Parker. Jenny always went to bed early. Why the hell was she calling me at this hour? A bad feeling hit me out of nowhere, but I still answered. Before I could even say hello, her panicked, tear-shaky voice came blasting through the speaker. "Emily, something's wrong. That new Himalayan brown bear at the zoo, the one you saw a few days ago, it escaped." My breathing hitched. Suddenly, I had a very bad feeling. What? Wasn't the enclosure locked? Where's security? I don't know. Jenny's voice shook violently. "The cameras all went dead. The tracker says it's in your area and it's still moving." She sucked in a breath, then added fast, "Didn't you say you were working late tonight? Please tell me you stayed at the office." My stomach dropped. I had been supposed to work late, but it got canceled and I came home. If I'd known this shit was going to happen, I never would have left work. When I didn't answer, Jenny went quiet for a second, then asked in a strange, hollow voice, "You're already home, aren't you?" Then she rushed to reassure me. "The rescue team is on the way. My brother Caleb is with the fire department. He went too. Don't panic. Lock your door. Don't make a sound. Don't turn on the lights. You'll be okay." I answered her numbly. But my hands and feet had already turned ice cold. I could barely hear the rest, because all I could think about was the app. 2 a.m., mauled to death by a bear. And then, all at once, I remembered the visit I'd made to Jenny's zoo a few days ago. That bear had been huge. Wrong huge. It had sat quietly in the corner of the enclosure, staring at me without blinking. The iron bars in front of it had looked weirdly thin, almost fragile. I'd shivered and joked to Jenny, "You sure this cage is enough? That thing looks like it could bend the bars if it really wanted to." And when it stood up with its back turned to me, I swear to God for a second it looked like a person. Jenny had laughed and called me paranoid. "This enclosure is reinforced alloy. It's solid, and that bear's been calm the whole time." Then she smirked. "Looks like somebody watches too many horror movies." Now thinking back on it, my throat went dry. I was just about to ask her if the bear was smart enough to figure out elevators when I heard it. 3 heavy knocks on my front door. My whole body locked up. The phone nearly slipped from my hand. In the dead silence of the night, the sound was wrong, too loud, too deliberate. Even Jenny heard it through the phone. "Emily, what was that? What's happening over there?" I stood frozen, one hand clamped over my mouth, too scared to answer. Then survival instinct kicked in. I flattened myself against the wall and moved slowly toward the door. On tiptoe, I pressed one eye to the peephole. Under the dim hallway light, a massive figure stood outside my apartment, filling almost the entire lens. It was wearing a yellow and blue food delivery jacket. There was a helmet on its head, visor pulled down low enough that I couldn't see the face. Then I smelled it. A heavy, rank animal stench seeped through the crack under the door. I gagged, and then a voice came from outside, mechanical, distorted, almost human. "Your delivery is here. Please open the door." For one insane second, I thought maybe my boyfriend Ryan Cole had ordered me late-night food. But through the peephole, I could clearly see the delivery guy wasn't holding anything. Then Jenny's voice dropped to a whisper so sharp it cut right through me. "Emily, do not open that door. That's the bear." My blood turned to ice. "It's incredibly smart," she said. "It can imitate human speech. Back away from the door, right now." My knees nearly gave out. I stumbled backward and half crawled into my bedroom, clutching my phone so hard it hurt. So this was it? This was the bear from the app's prediction? The one that was supposed to kill me? The clock was crawling toward 2 in the morning. My voice shook so badly I could barely get the words out. "Jenny, what do I do? It's outside my door. It's knocking. It can talk. When will the rescue team get here? What if it breaks in?" She sounded like she was trying not to cry. "Caleb's team is close. Really close. 10 minutes at most. Listen to me. That bear is smart, and it's strong as hell. But it probably can't get through a steel security door. As long as you don't open it, it can't get in. Hide somewhere solid. Caleb's team brought tranquilizer guns. They'll stop it." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But then the knocking stopped. The peephole went black. Nothing. No movement. No shape. What was it doing? Looking for another way in? I couldn't just sit there and trust my life to one rusty apartment door and a rescue team that wasn't here yet. That was when I thought of the app again. A crazy idea flashed through my mind. If it could predict my death, could it tell me how to survive? I remembered the reviews. People saying it had helped them avoid disaster. Fuck it. At that point, I would have tried anything. So I opened the app again and typed, "There's a bear outside my door. How do I stay alive? Tell me now." It answered instantly. Emergency survival plan generated. Option 1, create loud noise to attract neighbors and trigger group intervention. Option 2, climb from your window to the neighboring balcony. Option 3, use flammable household materials to make a crude incendiary weapon and throw it to drive the threat away. I stared at the screen in disbelief. Make noise? At this hour? Most of my neighbors were ordinary 9-to-5ers. Even if I woke them up, who the hell would come outside and face a bear? Climb out the window to the next balcony? I lived on the 23rd floor. It was pitch black outside, and it was drizzling. Looking down made me dizzy. As for a Molotov cocktail, yeah, I had half a bottle of vodka and a few cans of hairspray. But even if I made one, how the hell was I supposed to throw it through a locked door? And if it didn't scare the bear off? If I set my own apartment on fire instead? This wasn't a survival plan. It was a fucking death sentence. The app wasn't helping me. It was pushing me towards something even worse. And then, Bang. Not knocking. Impact. The door shook violently. The bear had started slamming into it. Hard. My old steel door rattled in its frame, sounding way less solid than it was supposed to. I lost it and screamed. On the phone, Jenny shouted, "Emily, what happened?" My voice broke apart. It's hitting the door. Jenny, where's Caleb? It sounds like it's getting in. Almost there, she cried. He said they're downstairs already. Emily, just hold on. Then I heard the low battery warning from her end. A second later, the call died. The pounding outside stopped too. Everything went silent. Then I heard slow, heavy footsteps outside my apartment. Something was moving away from the door. Hope flickered in my chest. Maybe the rescue team had arrived. Maybe they'd scared it off. But the silence only lasted a few seconds. Then I heard a short, muffled sound through the crack under the door, like someone choking on their own breath. And right after that came the smell. Fresh blood, thick and metallic. I froze. Had Caleb's team subdued the bear? Gathering what little courage I had left, I crept closer to the door and whispered, "Caleb, is that you?" No response. Then the silence broke. Crunch, tear, wet chewing, the sound of teeth ripping through flesh. Something warm slid under the gap beneath the door. I looked down. Dark liquid. Blood. My stomach lurched so hard I thought I'd pass out. Sweat soaked through my sleep shirt in seconds. Caleb, Jenny's younger brother, the firefighter who'd trailed after us as a kid and called me M with that goofy little grin. Had the bear just eaten him outside my door? I collapsed against the wall and slid to the floor. Fear and despair swallowed me whole. There were only 5 minutes left until 2. Was I really going to die exactly the way the app had said? Pale and shaking, I staggered toward the window, ready to try the app's insane balcony climbing plan. At least if I fell, it would be quick. Then my phone buzzed again. I glanced down. It was a notification from the couple's app Ryan and I both used. It tracked our location when we shared status. The distance between us was shrinking fast, less than 500 meters. I frowned. Ryan was supposed to be out of town for work. Why was he nearby? And then the phone rang. I answered instantly. Before he could say anything, I shouted, "Ryan, don't come upstairs. There's a bear in the hallway. It's really smart. It can mimic people. If you come up here, you'll die." There was a short silence. Then Ryan spoke, irritation already creeping into his voice. "Emily, are you half asleep? What bear? We're downtown. I got back from my trip early. I figured you'd still be awake, so I picked up your favorite late-night food and came to surprise you. I'm already by the elevator." His tone sharpened. "And now you're pulling this?"